Oh, that we're starting. Yeah, we.
Yo, what's up, dickhead? This is my podcast. Yeah. Say no.
All right, we're starting now.
Okay.
But that will probably stay also. So, welcome to the Just Sayin podcast. I'm your host Mara, and today I have the dickhead of all dickheads, Malik Joe.
What's up, dickhead?
Like, who makes a whole career off being a dickhead?
Yeah, that's kind of this consistency. Me being a dickhead into basically get a job. That's
I
crazy.
know. And that's why I'm like, you're like, Mar, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, the woo-woo shit.
The woo-woo.
But also the fact that I know damn well when you're like, oh, I'm going to be a professional dickhead, probably everyone was probably like, what are you saying? And now here we are, and it's really happening.
I turning up into a job, which is lit. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you stay consistent with something enough, that it'll be a thing. Like, for sure. Like, if you stay consistent enough, like, pretty much anything could be a thing at this point in life.
I know, but like people, I feel like people don't believe that a lot.
No, the guy that, like, what was his name? I think Skeet or something like that. He jumps out of the car and just dances. The African guy. That's all he does. He jumps out of the car around the world and he just starts dancing. Like, it's like
if you bring joy to people, I feel like you can get paid.
Yeah, literally.
And like you can bring joy to anyone because people get joy from different things.
Yeah. For sure. People get joy from definitely me being a dickhead because that's just a Philly thing.
It is a Philly thing.
Go Birds.
Right, I know. So Malik, if you don't know, he is like a big sports influencer in the city. And then obviously he has other I don't even want to call them jobs because it's like other.
Yeah, I got side quests.
Side quests, yeah.
I got all these side quests. I'll be painting and shit on the low. Look, new news to you.
And like Muay Thai.
And Muay Thai. Yeah, I do Muay Thai. I was a professional boxer.
Comedy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So also he's also a Pisces, and so am I.
Oh yeah.
And so he's also a lover boy.
Yeah, definitely super lover boy. Super lover boy for sure. Like
so
wear
gay.
my heart on my sleeve. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very gay. I went through like a time in my life. I went through a time in my life where I was listening to a lot of Ed Sheeran and a lot of Ellie Goulding. It was a weird time. I was working at Marathon at the time, and like it was so weird and corny. But yeah.
And so he's also a fellow like server, bartender, industry.
Server life, industry life.
Past life though. Yeah. You made it out.
I made it out. I fucking
love that for you.
Retired, bro. I never thought I would see the day that I would retire from bartending and like serving. Yeah, but that's like more like maybe 6 months ago, but still like that's still to this day, like I don't have to fucking walk into a job and like
amazing
somewhere where there's nothing like nothing wrong with that. It's just like I'm a creative person, and like you put me in a setting where I can't be creative. It kind of, I don't know how I did it that long, honestly.
Well, it's a means to an end.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times. And there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, I mean, I still work in the service industry. I have to bop around because I'm just like, I'll be places, I'll be like, this ain't for me. No, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
And I gotta go.
Seriously, if it's not for you, and like this obviously always gonna be something small that's gonna piss you off about like, the server life.
Right.
And, like you just kind of got to get the one that's as closest home. And then after that, you get real comfortable. And then you're like, I got to go somewhere either way. So, I mean, eventually you do leave always. But, yeah, it's just like that fucking life is it was killing me, dog. I'm not going to lie. I was working at a spot where we were taking shift drinks at the end of the night every night.
Oh, yeah.
I do. It's like I can't fucking.
At the one place that I was working at, that we would get shifties too. Yeah. But like I don't drink, so we would have Liquid Death there, and I was like, "Can I get 2 to go?" Yeah, I'm like leaving with Liquid Death, and my fridge looked lit though here.
Yeah. Because
I was just like, I'm like, "Oh, do you want water? Here's a Liquid Death," because I'm rich. But really, I wasn't. I was just getting shifty.
Is that false? Is that real? Does Wiz Khalifa actually run
Liquid Death?
Yeah.
I never heard that. Is that true?
Investor.
Oh, he's an investor.
He's an investor. Okay. Jamie, can you pull that up? You know that's Joe Rogan. Do you not like Joe Rogan? I don't know.
I do like Joe Rogan.
Jamie, can you pull up me fucking that alien? No.
I'm dead. No, it's funny because this one time, actually, just speaking of Liquid Death, like, because I like it. I also love the can. And as someone who doesn't drink, I love that people leave me the fuck alone while I'm drinking a liquid death because they think I'm drinking a can.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so they're like,
go through that.
Yeah, like a lot of times people be like, why are you drinking? I'm like, because I don't want
to. I hate the second question behind it. And it's like, obviously, I'm not like fully out of the game like you are. I think I should be, honestly. But it's like, it's just like, when I'm like, yeah, I'm not drinking tonight. I'm like, you're not drinking tonight. Motherfucker, this is poison. First off. So,
I mean, he said it.
Why are you upset that I'm not poisoning myself tonight? It's annoying.
I know.
Why can I say no?
Like, I can still be lit.
Why do you need this so much?
Like, why do you need me to not be? Well, however, sometimes I do think, like, sometimes more recently I've been working at JJ Bootleggers. You saw me there the other night. And Nicole was so funny because she's like one of my friends and she knows I don't drink, but she'll like be looking at me up in the tub and she's like, are you sure you don't want a shot? I'm like, bro, I really think I do need one, but like, I hate the way it tastes. I hate it. Yeah. And I hate how I feel the next day. That's like my why.
That's where I'm at now. Like where the next day is so bad that I don't really, it's not worth it to me. Like, it's not worth my next morning or day.
Can you not?
Zeus.
We got Zeus. This is just going to be an ongoing thing. Like
Zeus, he outside.
He lives here. So this is where we're recording and that's what's happening. So, but yeah, no, I'm the same way. Like legit, it's like the decisions I make while I was lit was the reason. And then the day after, those two, the collaboration between the two was enough for me to just chalk the whole thing.
Yeah, I texted Max last night.
Did you?
I did.
Wow, we were briefly talking about this because Malik was recently had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Now,
no girlfriend.
Yeah. But Malik is a lover.
Definitely a lover boy.
And
sure.
I
don't cheat neither.
No.
Just let you know that.
I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, and he's patient as fuck. Because you remember the one Valentine's Day that I met you up at Gall & Co. after you guys were recording?
Yeah.
This man is patient.
Dude, I was dealing with a chick and like we were like talking to each other for about 6-7 months and dude, no output at all. And we're talking about doggy style.
Crazy,
that's what I'm
bro.
saying. Like,
we're talking
about doggy style and all that. There was no output. There was nothing. She had nothing for 7 months. And it wasn't like I was like giving her no reason to. And like me being an adult now, like, you know, you realize when it's like, okay, I'm just not that guy for you, which is like fine. Like, I mean, but like people will try to abuse your time or whatever attention whatever void that you're filling in their life, they will try to use that as long as they possibly can to fill that void. But yeah, I had to get.
Wait.
You know some crazy shit? I don't care. She's just never gonna see this. One night, right? Well, I think what just drove me like even crazier. Remember I told you the story? Listen, so one night which even drove me even crazier, right? So one night I'm not getting, like I said, like I'm getting zero.
This is that while ago.
Yeah, a while ago.
Okay, yeah.
I'm getting zero play from this chick. I'm doing everything right. I'm buying flowers. I'm like, I'm a lover.
He's buying flowers. Like he's like,
I'm doing my damn thing, right? I'm putting my thing down, flipping it, and then reversing it.
Without
putting
the thing down or flipping it or reversing it.
It's not like automatic. I'm not deserved that, but it's like, all right, at some point, like I'm not celibate, bro. Like I'm buying a bit, and if you selling a bit, no, no. But like I'm trying to, you know what I mean, like, you know, XYZ. But you know what crazy what killed me? One night she called me drunk. Like I'm like, all right, bet, you know, a girl call you drunk, like this is probably somebody that she want, you know, she probably liked you, or whatever. So she calls me lit, like on her way in the home, gets in the house, right.
Not the giggle.
I hope she never hears this. But anyway, she gets in the house and she's like, all right, like, you know, like I just got home because like it's like kind of a far walk sometimes to her house. So she's like making sure she's safe, which is fine, whatever, cool. And like the only thing that I want right now is like I'm talking to this girl for a minute. I want to fuck the eyelashes off of this woman, right? And she goes home and she's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm like, all right, bet. And then like I kind of like, I was like one of those situations where your hands full, so you just like wait for the other person to hang up. And it's like getting to the point, and then all I hear is her moaning. And I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? She's getting after it. Solo dolo. like playing with I mean, I am assuming she's playing. I mean, that would be crazy if she was on the phone having sex, but I don't think that was happening at all. But she's scratching the DJ board, going on the ones and twos, fucking disturbing the airways, and I'm hearing every part of it. And I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm like, and you're pleasuring yourself and you're not giving me anything. Like, this is crazy. Like, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then, like,
you're like, yeah, you're
I'm
like, I am
now.
in the friend zone, like, so
yeah, right.
deep.
I'm like, I am such. She does not like me at all because she would rather do all that instead of. And so, like, I was just like, yeah, I had to eventually get out of there. But that shit drove me up a wall because I was like, damn, like I was kind of fiending for it at that point. After that, when me hearing it, it was crazy.
Okay, well, I hope that you exit stage left after that.
Not immediately after that. No,
nope, still hung around.
So I hung around for a little bit and like, cause like I'm hearing you moan and shit. I'm like, I'm texting her like, yo, I heard you making that plate of mac and cheese last night. I need a plate. Talking about, you know.
I know.
Yeah. I'm like, I need a plate because I still want parts. Like I'm a man, I still want parts.
Okay, so wait, how do you get that far into a situation like without anything, like without
everything else was kind of cool, like.
Okay, this is actually very good information for me right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, because as adults, obviously, like we're doing things differently than we were when we were younger,
right? And
like we have different, like we value different things now, you know. So like you're saying, like sex isn't everything, you know. Like if you can have like that, if you have like chemistry and you're like playful together and you have fun.
Yeah, let me retract what I said. It wasn't all gravy then.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it wasn't all gravy. Like,
so you were, it was like just a chase for you. Kind of.
So like the situation was, it wasn't just like, okay, so let's just put the disclaimer out. This woman did not like me, obviously, because I obviously heard the story. But she did take all the benefits of having somebody around her that was giving her attention on the phone, you know, taking her on dates, buying gifts and shit like that.
Did you guys like kiss?
Not really. We kissed maybe once or twice.
Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, so it was like, so one of the big blow ups between me and her was like more like, yo, like you don't really show me any intimacy. And like, you know, basically it's like, I know I remember one of our arguments was like, yo, what separates you from being a woman and me from being a man, basically. And she's like, well, you know, I cook sometimes or whatever, XYZ. And I'm like, I can cook for myself. Like, you know, like I can literally do whatever all those things for myself. So what separates us after that? Like you don't do like any like intimacy, like romantically things. And which is like the vibe and the person was like a lot because it was like, obviously I had to stay around for something. I also did want some ass. Not to say like that was like the main goal, right? But it was like, you know, I was fiending for the intimacy from that person.
Intimacy, like,
not just sex, like the intimacy period, like cuddled up. Like,
right. And just like,
yeah.
Because sometimes it's funny because I feel like guys feel like intimacy is like physical.
No, yeah, not like that.
But
I'm not like, yeah.
Intimacy, like, you know, can be just like, oh, I like this happened to me when I was younger. I don't really tell people that. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like sharing that kind of stuff.
That's and that's cool and fine and dandy.
But I feel like you are a physical touch.
Physical touch.
Like your love language is physical touch.
Yeah. Like how else I feel like what else? I mean, sure, you could tell me shit all day. I could go on YouTube and listen to people talk. I mean, sure. I want to know all the things about your life.
I want a hug and hold my hand.
Yeah, I mean, something. Like, I just don't want to feel like, bro, like, listen, I might as well just date my best friend if we're going to fucking do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I know everything about my best friend. The only thing we do is obviously not have sex because I'm not gay. So,
right.
Literally, that's what it was. I mean, you're just another one of the homies at this point if you're going to be like that. Like, I'm not, you know, it's just like, what the fuck is, where does the line draw from all this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too. But as an adult. So I'm like, it's like you want different things.
Yeah.
But you're also like willing to like chill and explore, like, right. Because you're like, oh, okay, it's like an unfolding in a sense.
Right.
You know, like relationships. Like I feel like when we're younger, you know, you're just like, oh, this person's hot. I'm physically attracted to them. And bada bing, bada boom. And then whatever.
Right. And then,
you're with like this poo-poo person. And you're like, I don't even like you as a person. So like now, like I was telling you earlier, and we were just talking about the celibacy thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm intentionally not doing that because I'm like, okay, I want to explore people beyond the physical, which whatever. But it gets confusing because then you're like, well, actually, I really do fuck with you as a person. Like, I'm ready to run plays. And then it's like, well, how do you revert back out of there?
I honestly, I don't know. I have no idea because I've never been, I mean, I guess during that time I was celibate, but I've never been like actively like celibate in that range. But like, I do think that there's a healthy timeline when it comes to the physicals. Cause like no girl that I've ever slept with on a first date, I dated. Mm-hmm. No, not one of them.
Really?
So not one girl that I can call my girlfriend I slept with on the first date. And men do, as much as they, maybe not say it, but men do like a little bit of a challenge when it comes to certain things like those, and me included. And it's just challenges in life, at least for me. But so definitely, I feel like, I mean, sure, you can go all the way your way and just be celibate and I'm not giving up nothing. But like, I feel like there's a healthy
but I don't like it. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, that's whack, dog.
But it's like, and then it's like also like, is celibacy like just sex or is it cuddling? Like there's all of these extra things that you have to like consider. So it's like this whole navigation.
Do you tell people before you wait with someone like on the first date, like, hey, but by the way, I'm celibate?
Well, I mean, I really haven't been given anyone any time. More recently, I've been hanging out with someone, but like I just really like fuck with him as a person. Yeah. And like I just love being around him. Yeah. But it's just we're friends. So it's like this, but like I'm like side eye, kind of like, wait a second. Hold on. What's going on?
Are you manipulating him?
No, I'm not manipulating him. But he knew that like from the rip, I told him like, yeah, but it's like celibacy from a place of like, I'm not celibate because I was hurt, but it's just like, okay, before I'm so not easy to give it up, but like, like I'm.
He said, you telling them too much.
It's just more or less like, okay, before, I would hang out with someone and I'd be down to like even make out like within a time or two of hanging out. And it's like, I haven't liked the outcomes of that. So now I'm like, okay, I need to remix the whole formula because I need to find I need to find a better answer. You know what I mean? No, so I'm just like, all right, let's just shut this side down. Yeah. Totally. Because I also think that like the physical can come. Yeah. Over time. Whereas like
pun intended.
True. Whereas I feel like, like a mental or like even like not spiritual connection, but like kind of in a sense, like that is something that I value. So like I want to know that like I want to know about your relationship with yourself and I want to know about how you like treat people in general before I open like this other box. Yeah, no,
that's I mean, honestly, that's a smart way to do it. Like
I don't know if it is. I'm actively trying.
You're actively trying. Like I said, you're going through a different experience than I am. I mean, like I said, on the outside looking in, you look like you're fucking crushing it.
Thanks.
It's just like I said, like for me, it would be just like a healthy timeline. It's like I want to give like an exact time because, like I said, I was with that girl.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I had to have it 2 months in. Like this was 6 months where I went with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like it was like all right, at some point like something got to give. Like all right.
Well, 6 months, like to me, like that is crazy.
That's crazy, right? Yeah. So like, but
not like, crazy in a bad way, but it also I think it's like cute at the same time because it's like you were like hopeful for it.
Yeah, and it's like I know a lot of people might be hearing what I'm saying, and it's like it's not the output of the sex. It was more of the output of the progression and intimacy of the relationship. Sure, that comes with it, but like I said, like she's talking about like having kisses and stuff like because that's intimacy. Like those things are intimate
and just affection.
Yeah,
physical affection. Those like things are because you can tell someone you like someone like you like them and like you can show up like for them in different ways, but even just like hugs and things like it's so corny in a way. I feel like, but at the same time, it's like a good hug like is real. Yeah. A real thing.
No, that is a real thing. I feel like, in the right man in your situation, we'll respect time. Like time won't be a factor. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it won't be. Yeah,
No,
like,
exactly.
like I said, any girl that I made my girlfriend, time wasn't a factor. I'm like, damn, when I'm gonna get some of that ass. Like it was like, damn, I really like this person. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Yeah. And
know.
that's like what I think part of it is too. It's like
I did eventually get some ass from all those girls that I made my girlfriend. But yeah.
But the flowers girls, you didn't, right? You just ended up chalking that.
Flowers girl. No, we were never officially a thing. Like, sure, I might have threw the word around, just like not to say like I was like whatever, but like we were together every day. So like I didn't even know like what is this? I don't know. But so
yeah, what is that? Did you ever ask
her getting over?
Right.
She was just getting over, bro. She was getting the attention that whatever guy that she was probably dealing with on the side was not giving her. And then she was also getting gifts and flowers. And like, you go down those roads. It's like, I'm never ashamed for those things because I learned a lot from that. Like,
well, and that's just like who you are.
Yeah. And that's who I am.
Like,
yeah. If it's somebody that I appreciate and I like, yeah, I want to make you smile as much as possible. That's just
right. Yeah.
Like,
that's
just,
so fire.
Yeah, that's just like embedded in me, like, like almost sacrificial a little bit. But
you are hilarious. Yeah. I know. Malik's like, what are we gonna talk about? I'm like, lover boy, lover girl shit. Yeah. We love all the gay things.
Lover boy shit. Wait, don't Drake got an album called Lover Boy?
Yeah. Which I was sick about because I'm like, I've been on the whole like lover girl thing and then he put out the lover boy thing. I'm like, dude, everyone starts having the same ideas around like the same time. You know what I mean?
I'm in my lover boy era. No, I feel like I was always in my lover boy era.
I know. Well, I feel like it's something that like get shame about. But like, or when we were younger, more.
Yeah, more you younger.
It's like you're soft, or like, why do you care? Or like, it's like, what I care. Like that's my superpower. Like I have so much love. Like that's not. You're not about to play me for that. Yeah. But people do. People try.
They try. Honestly, they do try. Especially when you were younger, for sure. And but like now, it's like you look at all these situations that people go through, and you're sitting on that like on the outs. Like me now, like I don't like I said, I don't cheat. So. But there's most men cheat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of
men cheat.
A lot of people cheat, honestly.
Yeah,
and also cheating is like, what is it? It's different things for different people.
Yeah.
Like me and my girlfriends will get into it a lot and they'll be like, like so-and-so liked my picture. Like I bet his girlfriend wouldn't like that. And I'm like, how do you know? Maybe they have communicated that they're allowed to flirt with other people because he's a flirty guy.
All right, liking a picture might not be flirt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on different things. Sure, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you're receiving it as that, but that's not your man. Yeah. So you can't assume that he's doing his girl dirty because he liked your picture.
And also, we gotta take the pedestal away from. I get it. We're human, right? We're human, and we're at this we think that we're at this top of this pedestal, and we're so superior to. You're a fucking animal, bro. You've been given things that makes you feel like you're an animal. So we are very animal that do animalistic shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, sure, if something looks good as an animal, you're gonna be like, yeah, I want that. What the fuck? If a dog has a fucking steak in front of him, he's not gonna be worried about anything like cheating on another steak. It's a fucking steak. He doesn't give a shit. We're animals. It's not that deep. But
the choice,
your sacrifice,
love,
your sacrifice, you got to be able to have the strong will and to say that I won't do that because this will upset somebody.
Yeah.
But and also, this is why it's like a flirtatious line for me. Not to say that I would ever do those things, but I am a fucking animal. So like, if it's making me happy, fucking go knock yourself. That's how some people think. Go knock yourself out. That's making me happy.
Well, I think that's like a lot of times
selfish.
No. Well, I think that like. Realizing that we are animalistic, like that is true. However, we do have the difference between us and animals is we have free will. Like we have the ability to make choices, So it's like
I think they do too.
To a degree, but like not really. It's not like, they're like, we're gonna go to this park today instead of that park. They're like, there's more nuts in that park, then we're gonna go get the nuts at that park. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk more about this because I have an analogy for that.
Well, go for it. We're here.
Oh, I'm just saying. Well. If you think about it in that way, to say like, hey, we have free will, we only have free will because we built shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, like,
we have consciousness and like too. Language. Like, yes, but no.
Think about an ant colony,
at the same
dog.
time. A what?
Think about an ant colony.
Yeah, they're mechanical.
They build a whole fucking ecosystem in the dirt. And they do their whole shit. They talk amongst each other.
Yeah, but they can't get on a flight and pop over to California to.
Their flight is different. Their flight is getting on a leaf, like and then blowing somewhere else.
And blowing
everything is different on a different scale. That's their flight. He's on TikTok right now with his bone. It's the same shit. It's still on a different level.
But it's different levels though. Different is what levels. I'm saying.
And like we think that we're like, oh, we're at the top of the food chain. We're on at the top of the food chain because we built walls. If we lived in fucking Africa or Australia in the middle of the fucking desert with no walls, we'd be right in the food chain with everybody else. And we won't be at the top.
Just so we're clear.
If there's a fucking alligator, a bear, and a man in a room, I guarantee you that bear's leaving walking out of the fucking room. So we're not technically at the only reason we're at the top of the food chain is because we fucking made ourselves. But like other than that, we're really not.
Well, I think, you already know how I feel in a sense of, like, if I were to, like, go on titles, like, I have a tendency to lean more towards, like, polyamory.
Yeah.
In a sense of, not polygamy, which these are different things. Polygamy is having multiple wives.
Here's the word. Here's the other word.
But polyamory is more just, like, about, like, truth and I'm curious about this other person, or like, oh, this person sparked my interest, but like you have the freedom kind of to explore that in a sense. But like my friends will be like, you're not like that. Like you want one man, like da 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 da. And I'm like, I definitely am someone who wants like a life partner.
Yeah.
But I am also cognizant to the fact that we do have that animalistic way. And if you meet someone new that lights you up in some way or like sparks some type of like curiosity for you, I think that you should be able to explore that.
You should.
And if to a degree, respectfully
you only get 75 summers. So fucking enjoy the moments that you get, honestly.
Leave the summer out of this. You sound like Reef.
I'm saying you only get 75 summers, 75 winters, 75 whatever the fucks. I mean, just on a, average human life. So, like Amara is saying, if you have those emotions and you feel that,
but if you have a life partner, like you have to also like communicate that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like this is how I'm feeling. Like I did meet this other person, and this is how it made me feel.
Yeah, and that's okay.
And it's okay.
It should
but
be
it's
okay.
like it's the hiding of the things that make shit bad.
But like, and it's also like a lot of people don't. They have an attachment. Some people have an attachment issue. There's a lot of issues that go into, and it's not. If we look at it on a traditional scale, it's not traditional to just be like, I kind of like somebody else. Like I can't do 8, 9 years down the line, which that should be okay. There shouldn't be any paperwork when it comes to that. It's like, yes, we are fucking human. I can't be assigned to you my whole life. Not to say that you can't. 1000%.
I think you can.
There are some people that can. And there are some people that do genuinely fall out of love with somebody that they loved once in their life because of what was going on, and you're allowed to move on. It's like that. This is the whole thing is for.
But sometimes, all right. Actually, we're gonna break, and then we're gonna start again because this is actually.
We'll be right back.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
People don't get to own. Sorry for that, Kanye. Bill Clinton was responsible. No.
Oh my God.
No, I feel like
this is what I'm saying about comedian. All right. So on the break, we all just spilled a little tea, producer included. But basically, and this is also like, I'm excited to have Malik on the podcast because everyone keeps asking me like, oh, Mar, what's your podcast about? The fuck if I know. Okay. Like, I just want to have like my friends
should we have
on.
A 3-second vibe check?
Oh, I think the vibe is immaculate. Exactly.
Right.
And so, I just like want to have my friends on that like I can talk to and give you whoever, even myself, like insight on things from like different points of view. And it's like, I feel like people are quick to assume about other people and about situations and about like relationships in general. Like even Malik and I have a relationship. Like me and Reef, my producer, have a relationship. Like your friendships are relationships. And people, I think, often are like, oh, well, you know, like, I don't owe them this or I don't owe them that, like anything. It's like, no, when you value someone and you co-create in any capacity with that person, even if it's like co-creating giggles or like just love when you see them out, like that still counts.
Right.
So obviously there's levels to things. And we were just talking about while we were on break, the guys are saying, you know, like, I can't help my eyes, like, da 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 da, like you guys see attractive women and you know that that's an attractive woman. It's like we see attractive men too, obviously. We know when people are attractive and when they're not. Not saying whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly what you're saying.
So we were talking, I'm saying that I have a tendency of being more on the open side, and like even with that energy, even with the like understanding of like the animalistic tendencies of men and women, I think that just by society and like the way that the world works now, you can't help but to get like in your bag to some degree.
1000%.
When you see someone loving on, not even loving on, even lusting on someone else. It's like, okay, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like that is where your relationship with self comes in and has to be so strong, because it's like, okay, like even if I have like a life partner and he comes to me and he's like, you know, I've met this other person and this X, Y, and Z, like I can say here now, like, oh, you know, like I would let him explore that and da 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 da. I mean, it's got to be a hard thing, but at the same time, it's like, if that's really my best friend, and like he's coming to me and telling me this, like, hey, I have this feeling, or like whatever, these thoughts, who am I to shame him for that? You know what I mean? Like I should be like, almost like grateful that our connection is strong enough that he's even comfortable enough to say that to me. And then the relationship with self would be more like where it really comes in and needs to be strong. It's like, okay, if I do give him the leeway to go explore this new connection, like, and he, let's just say, like, people like me and Tata have this conversation sometimes, and she'll be like, you know, like, what if he fell in love with her and he wants to leave you? I said, then leave.
Yeah.
Because
why the fuck you want to be with somebody that's in love with somebody else?
Exactly. And it's like, and that's the thing. It's like, just to
make
assume, to assume that someone's even gonna fall in love is just levels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, like go explore the connection.
Yeah.
Because I know that like I am me and I know what our connection is. So if you find a new connection that really outweighs this connection, then tell me that and give me my freedom, and then you go do that.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like I dream of a connection so strong where it's like, okay, even if you do feel like enthralled by this other person, and I do give you the leeway to go explore that, like you and I's connection is so like gang that it's not going to matter. You know what I mean?
No, like, seriously, it wouldn't matter. It's like I'm saying, like I always break it down as like you're supposed to be dating your best friend. Whoever you find as this person that like more than your life partner and all that, it should be your best friend. I'm never gonna be with my best friend and he get jealous over me. Oh my God, Stone Cold's cool. Like he doesn't give a. That's my best friend. Like he doesn't care. Like there shouldn't be. I mean, I guess I get it. It's a relationship and it's like two opposite sex, or you know whatever you guys do these days.
Right.
But it should be equivalent to however you treat your best friend, however you move with your best friend. That's how it should be. So like if like, are you saying if I was to break down any of those things to my best friend, or how I'm not feeling about something, or how I'm feeling, he's always going to be like, oh, I'm gonna be supportive of whatever the fuck is going on. Not to say that you have to be supportive of your lover falling in love with someone else. You don't have to be supportive of it, but you're supportive of your best friend regardless of anything. You want your best friend to be okay and
happy and thriving
and all that shit. But like people, we become so accustomed to, and it's, I hate when I know people hate when I do this, like accustomed to this life that you're supposed to follow these rules that, oh, well, if we're together, we got to die together. It's like, bro, like who the fuck wants to live miserable with somebody that you don't like?
Exactly.
Why
it's like
would I do that?
But why would we do that is because that's what we've seen.
That's exactly. But
our whole lives.
You're being taught this because now, not to say I'm going way off topic now. You get to the end of your life and you get up there and guys like, I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't.
Right.
I never told y'all to do that shit. Y'all did that. Well, y'all was y'all. I never told y'all to do that. Whatever y'all wanted to, if you felt happy doing it, I told y'all to be happy and survive. Not to say that you're supposed to just go out willy-nilly doing whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying we put these extraordinary standards on these. It's like telling a monkey to like fucking make you a dinner. Like, come on, do it. Like, no, I wasn't supposed to be doing this shit. Like, the fuck? Like, it's like.
Well, I think that that's also part of why like communication is so important. Like when you are dating.
Yeah.
Like, okay, once you establish that you're dating, I should say, there can be gray area and you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And that is whatever. However, once you like decide like, all right, yeah, like I actually really fuck with you. Like we're dating. Okay. What does dating mean to you? And what does dating mean to me? Because I think a lot of times that conversation is being skipped.
Especially if, so you date.
Especially now.
You dating a girl from a small town. She come from a small town and you come from a big city. I guarantee y'all definition on dating is two completely different things.
And it's like something that really should be like discussed
1000%.
because that is like how you get rid of the little triggers and things.
Right.
Because, you could be like dating someone like me where it's like, okay, I mean, I would prefer that girls aren't like sending you nudes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
However, I'm not ignorant to the fact that, you're a beautiful man and you have like a wide reach or whatever the case may be, and that there are going to be beautiful women that are interested in you.
Exactly.
Like, why wouldn't they be interested in you?
And then that situation should be like your best, like I said, like your best friend. If you have a best friend, that's whoever the fuck it is. Hey, we're best friends. So, maybe, I don't know, don't fucking text people that beat me up or something, like, or whatever the fuck. And that
or just like be respectful. And it's like, to me, respect means this, and this.
Right.
What does respect mean to you?
Yeah.
And it's like having that conversation so you can make your constraints for your relationship so it works for you guys. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, then you have like your girlfriends in the back, like, well.
Yeah.
And that's like the hard part.
Exactly. Because your girlfriend, that's your friend, could be from a small town. Or like, it's so many different variables of like how many. Nobody grew up with the same advice. Nobody grew up in the same circumstances. So everything is very different through different eyes. It's just like the person that you're dealing with should respect, like you got some social norms in which obviously we just like went way off the board with like, we just kind of social norms and what we just were talking about. But, you got some social norms where, you gotta, hey, obviously you don't want to fucking your girlfriend getting nudes sent to her. Like those are like just normal shit. Like as you think about it, but like, trying to grasp like dating someone and them just following all your rules is just like not realistic, bro.
Well, and also expecting them to know your rules.
Expecting them to just know off the bat.
When you haven't even talked about it. And I feel like a lot of times no one's talking about it because it's just like, oh, we're dating. And it's like, that means that they're mine and I'm theirs. So, and that's it. And it's like, because that's what society told us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, wait a second. It's 2024. Like, no.
Yeah.
There's so many more things that are like around and available. And I'm not saying you need to use those things or whatever, but it's like, let's talk about them. So then we know like how to proceed for us to like go forward. And
1000%.
like, like I think that the best relationships are going to like, for instance, not to, and we can,
no, go ahead.
Whatever. But like you're saying you were in a relationship more recently.
Yeah. And
it's like, you have to be out. Like part of his job is to be outside.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like drinking, having fun. You're at tailgates. You're at bars.
Conversating.
Yeah. You have to
social.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as someone who dates you, you have to know that going in.
Yeah.
And you have to be okay with that. But you have to know like, okay, we have a pinky promise that
we got to lock this shit in.
Yeah, like we are locked in.
We locked in. I know I got to do all this shit, being people face and all that, but we locked in. And it's not a conversation that we didn't have because obviously that had to happen because obviously there were situations. But it's like.
Yeah, like how do you navigate that? So like obviously with drinking too, your judgment gets impaired.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
So I can understand like how that could be frustrating for a woman.
Yes.
Period. Anyways.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like how do you navigate that?
My thing is, it's like once again, going back to the best friend. If we together, you're my friend, you're my best friend. Why in the fuck would I ruin us over some shit, over work, really? I mean, over work that has nothing to do with any of this shit. I'm telling you, it's not even like it's like a one offense thing. Like, I'm telling you, like, we're together. We sleep together every day. Like, we in the bed every day. There's my phone. You got the code to my phone. Like, you can see that I'm not texting nobody. There's never no weird shit. I'm never stepping off on the phone. So I'm not giving you any reason to believe whatever your eyes are telling you or whatever your disbelief
perceiving.
Perceiving
Or like your past experiences can give a lens that can be detrimental to your future.
Exactly. And and if I'm not handing you these things and you're taking it upon yourself to believe whatever you need to believe, I need you, hey, focus, lock the fuck in. This is not what you think that is. Once you got to keep repeating it at that point, it's like, all right, you're not just fucking getting it. Because you're disrespecting me now because I'm fucking laying up with you and you thinking about all this other extra shit. Now you're disrespecting me because.
Well, and that I think it's funny because right now, like, I'm on this whole therapy kick.
Yeah.
And I have like multiple girlfriends now enrolled in therapy. Like, BetterHelp owes me money, honestly. BetterHelp.com is where I've been getting my therapy.
Pay up, motherfucker.
And I know for sure that I have at least 3 to 4 references.
Referrals.
Okay. Which I love because I'm like, dude, in order for your past to not keep happening, you have to like address it and then understand like how you would like to move forward. So like one of the fairy garden things is like past doesn't equal future. Oh, yeah. It's like it doesn't have to. It will if you just keep staying in the same cycles and the same patterns and like being like laying down to like maybe her past relationships, someone cheated on her or like lied to her, yada yada yada. It's like okay. You can't bring that to the.
You're going to spoil something very good to you if you keep taking past interactions
and letting them predict your future.
Predict your future because you are not the same person you were 10 minutes ago. Regardless of whatever happened in that 10 minutes, you're not the same person. Like, I'm not the same person I was after this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everything is forever evolving. So you got to treat these new situations as new situations. You can't bring old shit into new situations because
which is fucking hard.
It's terrifying. Not easy. It's not easy at all.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy.
Right.
And definitely like in between times of whatever, you really need to really buckle down, find yourself and really love yourself because if you ain't got no self-love, if you can't be alone, if you can't like none of that shit and you think finding somebody is going, no, that's out of pocket, bro. Like you need to love yourself. Love yourself, that person love themselves, and whatever y'all love together, y'all bring that shit together when y'all can. Other than that, that's where it should be at. You shouldn't have no inhibitions about your own self because this is going to bring up like a whole bunch of insecurities.
Well, and it's like, or you can like voice those insecurities. Like, hey, this is something that I've like experienced multiple times before. And like, I'm feeling that it's happening again. Like, can we talk about, you know what I mean? And like, it's like having that open space.
And then I gave motherfuckers the gift too. I gave the gift. Listen, I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you in on something, right? You got a boyfriend or whatever the fuck. When y'all go to the club together, it's a different type of go to the club when y'all not together there. Not to say that your man is shopping and buying and all that bullshit or whatever the fuck. He at the club, but yeah, there's people there. Like people are gonna talk to him and like, maybe come up to him, I would assume, or something like that. And he's gonna have conversations with these people, probably conversations with people that when you weren't there, you probably wouldn't have. Not to say that it's malicious. It's just the fact that we are fucking animalistic people. It's just normal shit.
But also like, I mean, if you're with your girl at the club, another girl likely isn't to approach you.
No.
But if you're with your boys at the club, then it is fair game to assume like, hey, I can, as a female, like, oh, I can go talk to those guys. Like they don't have girls with them.
Exactly.
However, and this has literally happened to me, like last year, I went to Nashville and I don't know, I'm not usually the hot girl that like makes the shit happen. Yeah. But I got like thrown, like the girls that I was with was like, you need to go do this. Like, go get us in the club, that club with that group of men that are going into that table. Nice. I'm like, fuck. All right, dude, whatever. So I just go over to this group of guys. I'm like, hey, you guys want us, like, can we come in with you? Like, it was just guys. I'm like, I got those cute girls and me. Can we come sit with you? They're like, yeah. So we end up going up into this club in Nashville.
Nice.
And we're at this table with these guys and we're having fun, whatever. And the girls that I was with, they all drank, but I didn't. And then the guys that bought the table, turns out they didn't drink either, but they just had money. They didn't want to be like in GA. So nice. They're just like, whatever, we'll get the section. Yeah. So I end up like, me and the one guy are geeking out with each other. I'm like, this dude is fire. Yeah. And I'm like, and we're just talking in the club, but like we're sitting in the booth. All of this like everything is going on around us, you know? And I'm just like kikiing with this guy. I'm like, dude, do I love him? I'll move to Vermont tomorrow. Like, like I do not care. Like, and as time is going on, like finally I ask, like, I'm like, you know, do you have a girlfriend or like, are you in a relationship or anything? Because the conversation it was just about like life and like the world and mushrooms. We were like talking about all this like weird shit.
Normal conversation shit.
Yeah, like weird shit that we both liked and like entrepreneurship and stuff like that. And I forget how I asked, but basically he's like, no, I'm just like, I'm spoken for. Yeah. And I was like, oh, like, okay. And like, I was sad for a second because I was like, damn, like this dude is fire as fuck.
But he didn't do anything wrong.
No, he didn't do anything wrong. And I was like loving it because I was like, because even after he told me that, like he was still keeping his same energy of just like friendliness and cool people, you know? Exactly. But he already, like, he let me know. He's like, no, like I have a girl, like, and I'm like, okay, and fire.
Every one of those situations, if the guy is really on that with you, when you're not there, your worry is probably, damn, he's probably talking to girls. If your guy is your guy and he's your guy, he's gonna
it doesn't matter if he's talking to girls.
He's gonna at some point he's gonna be like, no, I got a girl, which I would do 1000%. You're never gonna catch me slipping, shorty. I don't care what's going on. We could be geeky and haha, like how you got haha geeky. Yeah, like if it was even
like,
hard,
no, we
know each other. So like, if we didn't know each other, we probably have a good conversation. If I didn't know her, and she was just randomly at the bar, we probably have a fucking amazing conversation. Right. But you know, if it was, well,
and it's like it got to the point where like, you know, like he is an entrepreneur. He had like some type of like edibles business or something. And like one of my dreams is to have like a magic mushroom business. And so like him and I are like going back and forth, whatever. And I was like, you know, I'm like, is this like rude to ask? Like, do you have social media? Like I was like, or does your business have an account? Like, cause now I know he has a girlfriend. So like I'm being respectful, you know, and like I'm also reading the room like this man, like whatever. And so he's like, dude, it's cool. Like we can be friends.
That's fine. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so now I follow him on Instagram.
I even fucking like your picture.
And yeah, like I like sometimes he'll message me off my story and stuff like that, but it's never anything alluding to something else. And then I see him posting the girl and I'm just like, I love this.
People are unhealthy in whatever relationships that they have and they can't handle that shit. It's like, just because whatever situations you and your life, how your life go, and your girlfriends you listening to and all that bullshit, it's like that. That's not how the real world works. It should be a situation that happens like that all the time. It should be, but you know, you gotta deal with, you know, niggas might cheat. So it's different when you gotta do that. Might actually like, all right, yeah, bad. Let's text on the side. Right. Well, you know, granted that doesn't happen, but that's how normal friendships and relationships should be even when you have a girlfriend. Like you know, it's not, I'm trying to do this.
No, yeah, it was amazing because I was like, this man is beautiful.
Right.
He's successful as shit.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurial as shit. Just like a cool person.
Right.
And like he has a girl and like that's his girl.
Yeah. And also if
and I was like, yes.
If a guy has women that are friends and that ramification, you should actually look into that and be like, oh, well, why does he have girls that are friends? Because I'm not a fucking creep, okay? I can have girls that are friends and not want to do anything weird. Like it's simple. It's not.
And it's
that
like you know
hard.
when your friends are attractive,
exactly.
But it's like there are things like you also get to learn these people. So it's like I have guy friends that like I know that they're attracted. It's not like per se I'm attracted to them. Like, oh my God. But like, it's like, I know, like I would, if I ran into this person out, I would be like, what's up? You know what I mean? But it's like, as I'm getting to know them and like, I'm learning them as a person, it's like, I know that I would never be a good partner for that person because of X, Y, or Z. Right. You know, it's like, even if it's like, I was literally just saying this morning, I was talking about one of my guy friends. He literally told me I would never marry a white girl. Yeah. And I'm like, well, automatically, we would never fuck them because I want to get married at some point, you know? So like, that will never be that. Like, now you are like my family. Yeah. In a sense of like, my cousin. And that's fine. Because it's just, I already know that wouldn't work. Right. Because you have a definite answer of your future and I am a white girl. So it's just not going to work. Yeah, that's, you know what I mean? That's a crazy analogy too, by the way. But it's true. It's true. Like, no, it's and true. It's just, it's almost helpful though, because it's like that, it lets me know like how to proceed in a sense. Right. Exactly. Like, we're friends. Okay, bet. Cool. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like that could be a thing. Like, it's not. And it's like, I'm sure he would smash white girls. For sure. Probably. But definitely probably would. But I'm not, that's like not the category I'm signing up for. You know? Yeah. I'm not a smash. No. Well, no, just no. Exactly. Relationships like how she was describing, like with a friend or whatever, fuck you, even if you meet somebody out, it's just hard to articulate that's the way it should go to sometimes to your significant other. Doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl. Because obviously Marv's popping, she meets guys all the time and it's not anything weird. And I'm popping and I meet girls all the time and it's not anything weird. So it's just like really coming down to you. Really, you got to let go of your past. You got to really trust that person. And like, honestly, it's like, what the fuck? Even if it does, like, let's just say it does go left and that person does do that, then you fucking just X somebody out. It's like, all right, cool. You weren't the guy. You weren't the girl. Like, it is what it is. Too, yeah. That's like, exactly. It's like, it's what's meant for you is going to be for you. Exactly. So it's like, it might suck and be uncomfortable. And I get that people don't want to deal with that discomfort. Yeah. That might come with having a partner who has like the freedom to explore it in some capacity or whatever. Right. But at the same time, that's kind of the trash taking itself out. Exactly. And it's like your own intuition of you choosing this person. To like, because like obviously, if you out here moving fast, then it is what it is. That's your fault. But, and so some people don't want a life partner, like some, you know what I mean. So it's like, I mean, I don't know, like, and that it's like totally different. But I was like excited to have you on here because I'm like, I love talking to guys about this kind of stuff because I think that we as women have we have the internet that gives us like that whole like alpha male oh, like I can have as many girls as I want, like, and if you're my wife, like almost like ownership kind of, and it's like, that doesn't have to be the answer one. But there's like levels to things. And I like to like talk to people where it's like, I already know that a girl will probably like be dealing with you and assume that like you're just running place. Yeah. All over the place. And that's not even it's like not even my MO. It's just like so hard because like you got it. I fucking hate doing it, but like most girls are not intelligent, like emotionally intelligent in that way, or they're overly emotional and they kind of get in their own heads. And I still do get in my own head when I'm in a situation. Doing that shit, just so we're clear. You're going to fuck up some shit because I'm not out to fuck. If I'm like, well, I wouldn't put you on my page if I was gonna like. That's crazy to me. Like, why would I do all this and shit on you? Like, I mean, and then the thing is that there's guys that do it. So it's exactly. It's so fucked up. It goes guys, stop doing that shit too. Fucking, just you're making it hard. You're making it hard for the daters. It should be. Wait, what did you say earlier? What? I was like, oh my God, you have to say that. Oh, fuck, I forgot now. You were talking about dating today is like. Oh, dating today is like the Great Depression ages in dating. This is the Great Depression ages of dating. This should be the title of the It's going to be. Great Depression dating. This is the dating ages right now is like the Great Depression. And it'll come back to the good shit eventually. Has to. It will. Everything recycles. It always comes back. It will come back. Just like, think about Kiss, right? Kiss they painted their fingernails, they had like long hair or whatever, XYZ. And then that shit just went away. And then now, it just came back, Louis Vert and all these are the new rock stars. Everything recycled is what I'm basically trying to say. And like the dating pool right now, it is definitely trash because
it's just so much accessibility to this whole thing that we're trying to live up to, these unreal standards of how dating should go, and everybody's listening to everybody, and it's really a fucking clusterfuck. So if you do have somebody in these times and ages, since COVID, it's just been like weird. You fucking need to hold on to that shit, because
and it's like, I love that you just said that, like the clusterfuck of it all. Basically, it's like, I think it is a weird time in dating. However, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. And it's everyone's fault, really, because it's like, obviously guys have always been guys. That's how they want to fuck. They want to fuck. And then now we kind of got girls that are like, yeah, I want to fuck too.
Well, because it's like, that's because what we've seen in a sense. And it's like also funny because it's like, we women, some of us, and I hate speaking for like all men.
Yeah. I'm not speaking for all women and all men.
I'm just saying, like, we see guys liking on Instagram, like the girls that are half naked and like, like I want her to have her own and this, that, and the third. And it's just so funny because it's like the narratives that get pushed. So like, now it's like, for a while it was like the whole independent, like I want an independent woman, and it's like, do you? Because now that all these women are independent,
really independent now.
Like
they don't need you, dog.
It's like scary though.
No, it is.
All right. Really? We're already at an hour. All right.
An hour. Shit, look at that.
Well, we talked about love.
We talked about love
and relationships. I mean, that's fine.
Forever. Shout out to Ed Sheeran for just getting my love bug going. Yeah.
Not you asking the Uber.
That balcony TV.
I'm dead.
Back in the day.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
Of course.
If you want to find Malik and laugh at his...
When does this come out?
Who fucking knows?
Oh.
I have serious issues.
I was gonna... no, you're good. There's no plugs then. Because I don't know when this...
Your Instagram will be around.
Oh, yeah. The real Malik Joe is always around. And
we're getting 1,000 subscribers for them on...
Pulp Fiction Podcast.
Pulp Fiction Podcast, which is a sports podcast, which if you're here, you're not going to find any sports. So you could go over there and find sports.
You can come to me and find the sports. Here we're talking love. There we're talking sports.
Yes. So drop your handles.
The Real Malik Joe on every single platform. The Real Malik Joe on Spotify. Everything. Spotify, from music to...
Are you making playlists?
YouTube.
I think about that sometimes. Oh, yo, I'm fucking dead.
I'm at the light, dickhead. I start a fight, dickhead. Out every night, dickhead. I'm on a bike, dickhead. All right,
the podcast to that is crazy. All right, we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for hanging out.
Bye, gangy.